I woke up this morning and just look at that. The sun is shining. It's the 30th of January. And as in the Beatles song, here comes the sun. It seems like years since you've been here. And it certainly does. Look at that blue sky. So, guess what Bethan's going to do this afternoon? Yes, you've guessed it. She's on her way to the plot. Al can't make it today. He's got a reunion over in Liverpool. So he's going over there to meet with his old post office buddies. And Bethan is going to the allotment. Those of you who watched my Storm Jocelyn video, and over 1,000 people have, which I'm really grateful to everybody for that. I really do appreciate every single one of those clicks. Well, remember I talked about the graveyard, the cemetery, and the trees. Well, tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, the tree surgeon and his team are going to come down, and they're going to spend the 2 days sorting out the trees. He said he didn't realise when he initially came how big a job it actually was, because apparently a lot of those poplar trees are already dead. And yeah, if we get another storm, it could be quite dangerous. And the gates are open today, so there must be somebody else down here, which I'm not surprised about because it's such a beautiful day. See the sun. The sky looks a bit black there, but it's actually very blue. There you are, look at that. January the 30th. We get a blue sky like that. Beautiful. Anyway, let's get down here and get cracking with some work. I haven't been down here for a while. When was I last down here? I think it was Wednesday when I did the Storm Jocelyn video. On Friday I went away for the weekend. I met up with my daughter in Edinburgh, and I'll hopefully put a video out about that at the weekend. It needs quite a lot of editing because it is quite long. I don't want to bore you all to death. So yes, let's get cracking and see what's going on the plot while I've been gone. I've just come up here to have a chat with my friend Elizabeth, and this here hanging over is all ivy, and that tree there I think is dead. That one's dead, and all this here is all ivy, all that right the way up to the top of the tree. And if I go a bit closer to the fence, you can see here the ivy. There's the original fence there, and this is the fence. The ivy has just pulled the fence over. Look how thick it is in there. And then that's just a glimpse into the cemetery, the far end of the cemetery. You can see a bit better here, all that greenery there. That's the bottom of Elizabeth's plot. All that greenery there is just ivy. I know ivy is a good habitat for the creatures, but that's just completely taken over. And Charlie's just come down in his wagon and he's dropped some more manure off for me. So there's another 4 sacks of manure for me, so that'll be one job to take that up to my plot. I've been down here about an hour now. The sun's still shining over there. It's just so peaceful down here. All you can hear is the birds. I've just been into the greenhouse and the temperature in there now is at 22. So the plants are probably liking that. I've just been doing a bit of weeding down there, and I've moved some pots that I had here down to the bottom. So this is the next area I'll try and clear. I planted some leeks there, but they haven't done anything, so I don't know what's happened to them. We get a lot of problem here with leek moths, so whether the leek moths had them, I don't know. I know there's some broccoli there, but it's suffered a bit in the wind. But to be fair, I haven't really looked after it properly, so I'm just heading down to the other shed now. I'm going to sit and have a cup of tea for 10 minutes. So nothing much changed really. Rhubarb starting to come through. I've moved the blueberries that were here and I've taken them down to the bottom. They were in pots, and I had carrots in there, but I've just harvested the last of them today. So that blue pot can go now, and I'll spread the compost around. So I've just brought Charlie's manure up and put some cardboard down, and then the manure, quite a thick layer of manure there. And I've just covered it with the blue polythene. But I pinched some blue polythene from here to put over there. And as I mentioned before, the lady who had this plot before me, she dug out beds. So she scraped all the topsoil off, presumably because it was full of couch grass and bindweed. And then she was left with these big, I don't know what you call them, trenches or something, I don't know. And she was growing things, but as you can see, the rest of the site's not too bad. Over there, and yet there, it's absolutely waterlogged. So if you had crops in there, they'd be good for nothing really. You're just wasting your time. And there's another one there, another trench that's been dug out, and that's waterlogged as well, just full of water. I checked with my fork to see if there was any, because there was a bit of membrane here which I took away, but I've checked with my fork and there doesn't appear to be any membrane there. It's just clay soil. So I've dug my fork in a few times and wiggled it about, and hopefully over the next couple of days, if we don't get any rain, it'll dry out. But when I went to get some wood chip, somebody's been taking loads and loads and loads, and what's left with on the ground is this stuff that's probably been there for years, and it's just beautiful. It's not completely rotted, but it's on its way. And so I'm going to go and get some more, not today because I've done 4 treks down there already, and I'm going to put it there to try and fill this trench up so it's level, and then go from there. So yeah, I feel the spring is racing towards me now, and I need to get cracking. So I've got plenty of space to grow crops. Those 2 beds are good to go, I think. And then there's the top half. I've still got 2 sacks of manure. Still no sign of frog spawn. I suppose it is a bit early yet. Just so much to do, I don't know where to turn first. Anyway, there's no rush. No pressure, no stress. That's what it's all about. So I'm just going to go into my shed, have a cup of tea, and listen to the birds. When I moved my blueberries that were in the pots, one of the pots, as I lifted it, split into 2. So what I've done is I've left them like that, and I just don't know if you can see them down there. There they are. I've hidden them in my rotary, and I'm going to go and get some leaves from the leaf mould pile, and some straw which is left over from what I covered my strawberries with last year, and mix it up and stuff it in there, and hopefully it might encourage the hedgehogs to come. I'll just put something across the front maybe, just to shelter it a bit. A little bird hopping about on from the branches. I was reading somewhere recently that you know those bird feeders you get, and you put I think you put peanuts in them, and they've got the big grids on the side. Well, if you stuff them with fleece or wool or something like that, the birds come and they take it for their nest. So I've just found this down the bottom. It was hanging up on the shed. So I'm going to take it home and put some fleece in it and see what happens. And my friend gets those meals, I think they're called Hello Fresh, and they come in a cardboard box with a layer of this stuff on top, and it's like fleece, and she gives it to me because I use it to cover my plants and things. So I thought if I ripped that up and stuffed it in, that might do them. And if I find any more of these, I've got some somewhere. They must be at home, in the shed at home. I might bring some down here for the birds down here. Maybe I could hang them from the trees, the fruit trees down there. And also, when I went on holiday, I put my hand in my pocket, and I found a packet of sweet peas and a packet of kaleets that I remember buying now, and they were in my pocket, so I've brought them down, and I shall be sowing some sweet peas very soon. I also sowed some in the autumn in the greenhouse. Let's see how they're getting on. I keep having to pinch them out because they're getting a bit leggy. But under here, well, there they are. They're not looking too bad. Maybe they could do with a little drink. I'll give them some water. Just on my way home now. I think I've done enough for today. So thank you all for stopping by today and watching. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to leave a comment, I'd love to hear what you have to say. I like to read them, and I do appreciate every single one of you that has subscribed and spends your time watching my videos. So bye for now. See you all on the next one.